Hey guys, it's 12 o'clock in Texas. How is everyone today? My alarm's going off on my phone. That way I know it's time for live stream. Okay, I need to learn to speak into the microphone. My phone alarm went off. That's why I was down here like this and not next to the microphone. Good afternoon, lunchtime live stream, Ham Radio 2.0. Thanks for joining me today. I wasn't sure I was going to stream today or not. I didn't really have a topic to, well, when I say I don't have a topic to do, what I mean is I've got about 1,700 topics to do, and I can't decide which one to do, or I don't have this part yet, or I don't have quite this ready yet, or whatever. So, but I didn't stream I didn't stream 2 Sundays ago because I was at my hunting lease. KM9G, temporarily offline, Steve and I did an X6100 Zygu firmware update on my Sunday's stream last week, just like 3 days ago. This coming weekend, I probably will not stream. Well, I'm going to go hunting again Thursday night, and I'll be home Monday. I probably will try to do a short stream, just kind of how you guys doing stream on Sunday night, but it's not going to be anything that spectacular. No topic or anything, but anyway, kind of wanted to do it. This is rolling over that USB cable. This has been something I've been wanting to try for a while. So, and I've waited a long time to say this, but here goes. Today's episode of Ham Radio 2.0 is filmed in front of a live studio audience. There we go. All right. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the Renogy Phoenix 200. I'm going to give you guys a brief history about Renogy and how I came upon them and how awesome they have been to me and my perspective, my outlook, and then I'm going to make some videos about this product and edit it later on the back end and post it on the channel. So this is an actual recording. I'm going to do an actual recording. A few other things. All Things Radio, K4YAG. This light right here. That one right there. That came from giftsforhams.com. Now, I got a call from them. They are gifts, the number 4hams.com. I don't think their website's still up. He called me about 2 weeks ago and said that they had closed their doors. They're no longer in business. Partially because supply chain issues, trying to get product, and the product they can get like tripled in price. So he's like, it's just, nobody's going to pay that kind of money for it. So they were my first ever sponsor. The first sponsor I ever had on this channel was giftsforhams.com. Kelly Laserworks is the name of the company. Their website was giftsforhams.com. Fantastic people. They do a fantastic job. I'm really going to miss them. So now, and I need to get them to send me one because they haven't sent me one yet. Or I haven't asked him for them for one yet. Gigaparts is doing stuff like that now. They have laser engraving. They have embroidery machines for t-shirts and hats. They have silk screening. They don't call it silk screening anymore. It's a different process. But they have printing machines for t-shirts and whatnot. But they are making those lighted signs. So go to Gigaparts, and if you order one, just put a comment in your order saying, Jason, Ham Radio 2.0 told me to come here. I don't get anything for those. Some things on the Gigaparts website I get affiliate commissions for. That is not one of them. That sign right there. That's not one of them. That's not one of the things I get affiliate commissions for. But I do appreciate when you guys tell them, either RNL or Gigaparts, that you're going to their website and making a purchase because you heard about it on my channel. It kind of gives me props with them. James, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your support of veterans. Absolutely. Really appreciate all the veterans in the house. Hope everyone had a good Veterans Day last Friday on the 11th day at the 11th hour on the 11th month. So semper fi to you guys out there. I'm not a Marine. My dad was in the Marine Corps Reserve. So I did not serve, but my dad was in the Marine Corps Reserve. So there you go. Okay. That, and that. Okay, so subliminated printing instead of screen print. Yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, actually. I don't know which one they use, but I know it's not silk screening anymore. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, a little bit of backstory here. Well, hold on. I want to do this. I want to do this first. No, not that one. That one right there. So check this out. That is that camera right there. This is just a little cheap webcam. That does pretty good if you have good lighting. This is a Logitech C920. I try not to use these anymore because sometimes if you put them on autofocus, they freak out. Sometimes they'll just start zooming in and out, and they don't focus around a lot. And you got to have really good lighting before they'll work. But anyway, I'll give you guys a real quick tour of the shack. Okay, so that's my Canon M50. That's my overhead shot cam that we're going to be using a little bit later today. Okay, those are my lights there. Those are 2 soft boxes. I bought those on Amazon years ago. I went back. Somebody asked me what I was using a while back, and I went back and looked for them. I couldn't even find them anymore. So but they've lasted. Those I've only had to change the light bulbs in them once. There's 5 bulbs in each box. I changed 2 or 3 of the light bulbs in that box one time, and the reason is because I broke them, not because they failed. I was taking that one to my Galveston house, and they broke when I was driving down there. 4K monitor there. I'm watching you guys chat there. That's my chat there. That's the super chat you can see, and if I click on something here, there's Andy, AA0AM. If I click on his name there, it pops up in the... Or no, it doesn't. And that's okay. I don't have it added to that scene. Never mind. All right, so I can fix that later. Anyway, that's OBS. That's me watching myself on. That's the YouTube stream, is what it is. I can see there's 95 of you watching right now on that. The only reason I keep that screen up is because I like to see how many people are actually watching the stream. These lunchtime live streams, when 100, 150 people are watching, then it kind of starts to die off after an hour. I know it's just about run its course because it's everybody's lunch hour is over. So it's good information to have. So that's all that right there. That's my main camera, which is a Canon camcorder. Okay. And then back here, that's a pretty wide angle like that. Back here, Flex Radio, Icom IC7700. Get closer to the microphone here. This is my really cool Astron 50 amp power supply that they donated to me, and I did a couple videos with. Really like that power supply. That's a tried and true MFJ 4230. That's the one that's running my Flex right now. You can see it's running about 2.5 amps, and that's because the Flex is in idle. The Flex takes a lot of amps to run in idle on receive because it's a computer. It's not a field radio. Okay, FT847. My tri-band Anytone, old Yaesu system. My computer's actually dead. I haven't. I bought a new motherboard and CPU for it. I haven't put it in yet. So then there's my green screen that I might pull over my green screen here in a little bit and do some green screen work, and I'll let you guys see all that. And there's a mess of batteries that I picked up a while back in an estate sale that are all lead acid batteries. They're not LiFePo 4, so they're incredibly heavy. And I always thought that it'd be cool to put some solar panels on the shack and basically run everything behind me on a battery. Might be good. I want to know if Jason wears pants. All right, dude. Sometimes I actually don't. Sometimes I have pajama pants on. These are like sweatpants. So, in fact, these are some new sweatpants I got that are okay. Are you ready for this? And I'll share a link with you guys if you want to. I asked them if they had an affiliate program, and they don't. These are sweatpants that are made for concealed carry. So they have a really thick waistline band around it, and they come with a belt that goes on the inside of the pants. But you don't even need the belt. The belt's an optional purchase when you buy them. They're expensive. They're like $45. But I put my concealed carry pistol in my left-hand side the other day when I went out and ran some errands, and I was sitting there jumping up and down before I left the house and walking around and sitting in the truck, and man, they worked great. So I'm really, really happy with these concealed carry sweatpants right now. So yeah, that's the thing. Really like those. Okay, so For your studio, do you use the desktop or laptop for live? Oh, this is a desktop. This is a desktop. I don't use a laptop. I never use a laptop for anything, recording or editing, unless I'm on the road. When I'm on the road, I take my laptop, obviously. But and usually in Galveston, I have my laptop. Although I've taken my desktop a couple times, but no, this is definitely a desktop. So okay, go back over here. Which one was that? Radio cam. There it is. Radio cam. Webcam on radio. There it is. Okay. So I always thought, okay, you guys see this scene right here, right? If I go radio background, that's that camera right there. And I always thought if I turned it to kind of point more this way, it would be a cool background, like sort of like this. Okay. But this wall right here is just blank. So what I thought I wanted to do, what I'd like to do is plaster that with QSL cards. I've got a bunch of QSL cards all sitting right there. In fact, that's not even all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna put QSL cards there, kind of arrange the camera in a little bit different, get a little bit different angle of that. So anyway, that's everything behind me. There's my desktop for whoever asked. That's my CBA5 device from West Mountain Radio. Done a lot of battery testing with that thing. That's my desktop there. I know, sorry about the shaky camera, but it's just I'm just holding it in my hand. All right, so let's switch that out. Put that over there. Okay. Actually, you know what? Put this up back over here. All right, good. So, Renogy. No, this is not a basement shack, Steven. This is an actual 10 by 15 building in my backyard. It's an actual shack in my backyard. I had it built years ago for something totally unrelated. And then, and it didn't even have insulation or sheetrock in it. I put all the insulation and sheetrock in it myself. I put attic grade, the white insulation in the ceiling, and I put just the regular pink stuff in the walls. It was already wired for 220. I've got a 220 plug there and a 220 plug there, and then I've got high amp outdoor amperage level 110 plugs. I've got 2 on each wall, two behind me, 2 on that wall, 2 on that wall, and 1 on that wall. I should have put 1 on the outside, but I didn't. So, and then I decided I wanted to turn it. It was a workshop at first, and then I put sheetrock in it, insulation in it. I thought I'm going to turn it into a cigar lounge, and I did that for a little bit. And then I thought, oh, I put my Hamshack out here, and I did that. And then I started making videos, and it became my studio. So it's multi-purpose. All right, so yeah, okay, good. Renogy.com. Okay, let me share this link with you guys. And this is an affiliate link, and they've got a 30% off deal going right now for Black Friday. So you guys go check that out. Click on the link in the description. So, Black Friday of last year, Black Friday of 2020, what year is this? Black Friday of 2021, I found some deals, and I was reading some online reviews of stuff, different kind of brands and whatnot, and I found some deals on some Renogy equipment. And I purchased, on a Black Friday special, a 100 amp hour smart battery, which has Bluetooth in it, which is really cool. Really, really cool battery. Kind of disappointed I haven't made a video about that yet, but it's coming. The reason I purchased all of this stuff, I purchased a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and I purchased this Renogy portable solar generator that I'm going to talk about here in just a second. I purchased the Renogy battery and the pure sine wave inverter to build a secondary battery box in my truck for purposes of running my radios, running some lights, and doing off-grid overlanding / communications, whatnot. Okay, so I purchased those. I got them in. I haven't even opened, like, it's been a year, guys. I haven't even opened the freaking inverter yet. Okay, but the battery I've used quite a bit and been really happy with. So I don't remember. It was like 5 or 6 months later. I don't remember why or how, but they reached out to me and they said something about how, hey, we saw one of your videos. I'm like, okay, we want to send you some stuff. Cool. Okay, great. This was before field day, so it was before June. So they sent me like this 800 watt solar panel system, 8 100 watt panels with a 60 amp solar charge controller, and a 200 amp hour battery. So guess which battery is going to actually go in the truck now? 200 amp hour smart battery, and all Bluetooth monitoring capabilities. Really cool stuff. Since then, they sent me one of their Renogy One monitoring devices, whatnot. But the one that I really liked was I shouldn't say that. I liked all of them. Okay, so I purchased 3 things from them: the battery, the solar charge controller, and this Renogy Phoenix Elite, which is a nope, not that one. Portable solar generator. The term solar generator is a stupid term. It's not generating solar. It's not a little sun or a little star in there going supernova. The term solar generator is dumb. But what it is it's this power pack, big battery built into this little suitcase thing, okay? Now, they don't make this. This is what it looks like. It comes with these cables. They don't make this one anymore. But I was recording a video at my hunting lease on deer season last year, and I noticed that, and not pictured here, right here below this carrying handle is a screen that shows the percentage of how much power you have left, how much battery you have left, how much you're using if you have something plugged in, and that kind of thing. That screen never worked. I mean, it works, but it's so dim, you can't see it outdoors at all. You take it inside the trailer, turn off all the lights, shut all the blinds and everything, and you can kind of maybe a little bit see it, but it's incredibly dim. So I got on their website, and I filed it has like a 2-year warranty with it. I got on their website, and I said, this is what it's doing. They replied back to me and said, can you record a video? I said, sure. So I recorded a video. I sent it to them, and I waited. Right around this time is when the PR lady, the affiliate lady, reached out to me and said, we want to partner with you. I'm like, okay. They started sending me different stuff, and I said, hey, I filed this thing about this Renogy Elite device a while back. It said the screen never worked on it. The unit itself works fine. The solar panel, which is small, so it doesn't charge real quickly, but it's got 2, you can't really see it in that picture right there. It's got 2 110 plugs on the side of it, so it's got an inverter in it. It's got USB connections on the front of it. I think it's got a cigarette lighter on it, and it's got a flashlight on the other side of it, which I never used. That's true, but I call it a gas-powered generator, not a gas generator. I just call it a generator, but, Anyway, I just thought that term was dumb. So, the rut is on. Okay, going deer hunting. So I emailed this lady that I had a contact with now. I said, hey, I entered a ticket a while back about this thing that didn't work, and I answered some questions, sent him a video, but I haven't heard anything back. She's like, let me check on him. Let me check on that for you. And about a day later, I get this email from this other guy at Renogy. He goes, hey, man, sorry you're having trouble, but we don't make that unit anymore. He's like, can I send you one of our new ones? Sure. Yeah, you can send me one of your new ones. There you go. So that's how I got that. Because it's just, see, when I record overhead cam, I have to move my keyboard out of the way. So this is the one that they now make. And you can see the screen on it works really well. This is the one I'm going to be making the video about today. So we're going to go through this thing here in a second. But props to them, because they sent me, and again, the original Phoenix Elite is something that I paid cash money for. I bought on a Black Friday discount, but still I paid money for it. So they replaced it with this new one. They don't make the one with the small little solar panel on it anymore, but they do make a 100 watt and a 200 watt suitcase. They call it a solar panel suitcase, and it kind of folds together and goes into a suitcase carrying bag, and then you open it up and it opens like this, and it's got a built-in solar charge controller. So you just basically take the wire out of the suitcase. It comes with those alligator clips and those MC4 connections, which of course most of us would put power poles on. So it comes with that, and then you just plug that directly into a battery, because the suitcase itself has a solar charge controller already built into it. In fact, I was going to show you guys that, because those of you who don't know, let me pull up this other thing here. Bump. Here. That right there. Those of you who don't know, I've got another channel that I call Unplugged. And this is that channel. And this is the Renogy 200 watt 12 volt foldable solar suitcase video that I made 4 months ago. Okay, so I'll go ahead and share that with you guys. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I'd appreciate it if you'd go watch that and give me some feedback on it. Right there. So that's, but that suitcase works really darn well. Really darn well. That's the 200 watt version. They make a 100 watt version. It's a little bit less expensive, but that thing's really cool. I really like it. So that's what they make in place of the solar generator power pack. Then they now call them power stations. Power stations, what they call them now. In fact, is that yeah? Let me pull that up. Pull that page up here. Well, and that's right there. That's that link in that. So portable power station 200. This is the smallest one they've got. They've got a 300 to 500 and 1,000, I think. So they sent me the small one, which is okay. That's okay. That's about the same size as the previous one I had. And this one's $188, and it's 268 watt hours, I think is what it is. Let's see, 268 or 286 maybe. Okay, so here it goes. Here's behind the scenes. I got to put my glasses on to read this damn thing. It is 222 watt hours. Okay, so the EcoFlow one that I have is 268 watt hours. But this one's 222. It's a little bit smaller, but it's smaller form factor too. So, and I've used this thing on a couple of trips, and so far I've been really happy with it. So I'm gonna make a video about it today, and you guys are gonna get to see me do that. Let me check the chat real here. Connection to power pole. Do you recommend transferring all radio connection to power pole? You know what? I don't. If you want to do that, then it's not going to hurt you at all. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people take off their T connectors, they put power poles on, or whatever weird connector they have, and they put power poles on. Nothing in the world wrong with that. I just find, I just don't want to spend the time to cut everything to power poles. So I keep I keep T connector to power pole adapters in my kit, in my Go box. Now, all of my POTA radios, I put power poles on those just because why not? Because all of my POTA radios I have in a hard case that I just take out. I don't use them in the shack. I just use them to POTA. So I have one I keep in the truck. I have one I keep in my RV trailer. So anytime I'm out in the field day, POTA, winter field day, whatever, I pull that radio out and it's got power poles on it. So I put those on it. But the ones in the truck, I just used adapters from T connectors to power poles to go into my rig runner, West Mountain Radio rig runner, and that's what I use. Now, I'm not telling you that's what you should do. If you want to power pole the world, believe me, power pole the world. You could do a lot. You could spend your time doing a lot less worthwhile activities. T connector is that thing that comes with it. It's kind of T-shaped. It's got a blade that goes this way and a blade that goes this way. Standard T connector is what it's called. Or I think there's a couple names for it. That's what I've always heard it called. So, do these output 13.6 voltage? Yeah, I believe so. I believe they do. So this is going to be a cool thing, because this is what I want to do. Is I want to put the West Mountain Radio thing on to test this, but the only way to do that is with this, because it doesn't have power poles on it. It doesn't have, the only DC connector it had, the only out. Now this is the smallest one they make. Okay, so they have larger ones with more options on output. This is an input. This is that round barrel connector that even Bioenno uses on their chargers. So that's a round input connector. Okay, this is out. This USB-C output, USB-A quick charge, USB-A 3.0 quick charge, two 110 volt adapters with the built-in inverter, and the 12 volt adapter, which is a cigarette lighter adapter. Really, that's probably the only way that I will be able to do an actual West Mountain Radio CBA5 test with it. So, yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I would like to do that, and that'll probably be in an upcoming video. We're not gonna do that today, but I will do that in an upcoming video. Do you have any experience with Bouge, Bouge solar panels? You know, I think I traded emails with them a while back, and they were asking me questions, and they were supposed to send me some stuff, but never did. So no. And I'm not saying you should stay away from them. They had offered to send me some stuff, and I never got it. Maybe they sold them all. Great for them. But I never got my hands on one, so I never tried one. No. Are you still thinking you're getting a channel logo as a tattoo? Yes. As a matter of fact, I am. Probably do that one of these days. All right. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to act like I'm starting a video now. So here we go. Yeah, you guys keep the questions coming if you want to. Okay. Renogy Phoenix 200 is a power station, what they used to call a solar generator, which I always thought was a dumb term, but this one's called a portable power station. It's the Renogy Phoenix 200. It's 222 watt hours, and we're going to talk about it right now. Shut up and sit down. I don't use that anymore. All right. Ham Radio 2.0 reviews, news, and how-tos of things that are new in ham radio. This was sent to me by Renogy because I bought a Renogy Phoenix small suitcase type device. They called it a Renogy Phoenix Elite. It was a suitcase type device that opened up. It had a solar panel in it, and it had an inverter built in it with a couple of 110-volt AC plugs and some USB stuff and a light on the side of it, blah, blah, blah. And they stopped making that. And that thing works great. I still have it. It's out in the garage somewhere. I tried to find it before this recording, and I don't have it right now for you guys in the live stream. It works fine. Nothing wrong with the way it works, but the screen on it never worked. It's incredibly dim. So I filed a warranty thing with it, and they said, hey, we don't make that one anymore. Can we send you the new one? I said yes, and this is what we got. So that's the Renogy Phoenix 200 power station. You can see right here it's got two 110-volt ports on the front of it. It's got a 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter, two quick charge USB-A connectors. I always call these USB-C connectors. They're USB-A connectors, but they're QC quick charge 3.0. You can tell because they're blue. Presumably I haven't actually tested these, but presumably they're correct. Renogy's colors are blue, so hopefully they just didn't make them blue because of that, because QC 3.0 should be blue. Maybe that's something we'll test later. Anyway, so this is the two USB-A 3.0 connectors, USB-C. This is an actual USB-C connector. I believe it's 60 watts, not 90 watts, unfortunately. And this is an input for your either solar panels. It comes with an AC power adapter, so you just plug that right in and it charges up. The cool thing about this screen right here is it'll tell you how many hours you have left to discharge, and while you have the AC charger plugged in, it'll tell you how many hours left you have to charge. So let's check this out a little bit closer. And then I switch cameras. Shh, quiet. Overhead, there we go. Right there. A little bit closer up there. There's no connection. So one thing I will say, let me zoom back out because I wanted to mention this. I've got an EcoFlow. I don't know if Shane's in the chat today or not. I got an EcoFlow power station that's a little bit bigger than this, but it's rated about the same. I think the EcoFlow is about 268 watt hours. This one's 222 watt hours. So I have an EcoFlow that has connections on the front, the side, and the side. So it's very cumbersome to use that power station in the truck. If you're sitting on a picnic table somewhere, then great. Nothing wrong with that. But I like the fact that all of these connections are on one side. So I can stick this in a corner somewhere in my vehicle or in a tent or in the, maybe the room if my power goes out in my Hamshack or whatever. I can stick this in a corner somewhere and not have to worry about having connections on both sides of it. So I like that. I like the fact that all the connections are on the front of it. So we'll zoom down here a little bit more. Now, if I had some forethought in front of me, I would have a freaking USB thing out here. Oh, there's one. Okay. All right, now, so... yeah, that's a USB-C right there. USB-C connector. All right, so I'm going to plug this in. I'm just going to plug in my freaking phone. And all I want to really do is show you guys how the screen changes when I plug my phone in. Right there. Now the phone's going to start charging. All right, so we're at 100% battery right now because I charged it up before I started this video. It's got 18 hours, 19 hours of battery life left. It's changing. You can see it now. It says 20. It said 17 when I said that. So this is the number of hours or minutes of battery. It says hours right there beneath the 9. You can see that. This is the number of hours I have left before this battery dies at this current charge rate. My phone is 92% full, and it only has 22 minutes left on its charge. So it's not going to take 19 hours to charge the phone, but that's just how much battery life is in there. So once this is charged, this thing will actually turn itself off after the phone gets fully charged and it shuts off. This thing will turn itself off. So I guess that's good and bad, because if you want to keep something charged, if I wanted to keep my phone charged and come back to it a few hours later, you know, this might turn itself off and then the phone would start to discharge. So I don't know if I like that or not. There might be a setting in there where you can change that. I don't know. But that is the way that this works. And so far, I used this when I was at the Beltonham Expo in October. And then that night we went to, well, the next night we went to the Texas Avid Outdoors Overland event, and we camped out there. And I used this to charge my phone and charge my radio. I got a couple of radios that are USB-A chargers. In fact, I put a picture on Instagram of this thing charging my Yaesu FT5D with the USB-A charger. Worked great. Of course, the ID52 natively charges via micro USB. I've got a micro USB, and I don't remember if it's after. I bought it at HRO. So there's this cable you can buy at HRO that's USB-A on one end, and small barrel connector made for the FT3 and FT5 on the other end. I don't remember if Yaesu makes it or if it's aftermarket, but HRO sells it, so go check that out. So I can charge both my ID52 and my FT5 on USB-A. It's not as fast as charging in the wall, and I could plug this in right here if I wanted to, but, you know, maybe sometimes I want to charge it via USB, and if I plug it in overnight and go to sleep, by the next morning it's fully charged. No reason to waste the energy if I'm using the 110 plug, because there's only 2 of them on it. If I'm using the 110 plug charger to charge, let's say, an electric blanket if it's really cold outside. If I'm using it to charge my laptop, because my laptop only has 110 volt. Although my laptop does charge via USB-C, I don't know if this will charge it. That's something in the future I'm going to have to check. So far, really happy with this device. It's lasted, I've charged it down and up half a dozen times or something like that, and it's always done really well. It's small and lightweight. It's about 2/3 the size of the EcoFlow one that I bought on Amazon a while back. It's got this carrying handle on the top of it, so it's easy to carry around, and it's just really compact. So been really happy with it. These are the bloopers that I would put in there. I've been really happy with this device, and I would like to test one of their larger devices. So maybe someday I'll get my hands on one of that. But put a comment below. Let me know what you think. Which power pack do you have? I've been doing a lot of research on power packs lately. There's a lot of power packs out there. The ones I've mainly been looking at is Renogy, EcoFlow, Blue Eddy, Jackery, and Goal Zero. And out of those 5, and there's 2 or 3 other kind of what I call off-brands. Now, I've got an off-brand in my truck right now that was sent to me, and I love that thing. More to come on that later. I want to spill the beans on that yet. Out of all the ones I just named, which if you have researched power packs at all, you should recognize most, if not all, of those names. Out of all the ones I named, Goal Zero is the only one that has Anderson power poles as an output on the front of the device. That's going to take some testing. That's going to be fun to test. Okay. I would like to see a video of your radio mount in your truck. I'm actually working on that right now, Off-Grid Texas Homestead. I'm going to do a 2-part video. I'm going to do a walk-around video with all the overlanding crap I've put on my truck recently, and then it's going to transition into a ham radio-centered video that'll be on my Ham Radio 2.0 channel. That would be in the bloopers B-roll as well. Okay. Oh, that's a great idea, Doug. Dude, that's a great idea. Doug, email me. I'm going to do that. Email me your shirt size and mailing address, and the first one I get printed, I will send to you for free. I'll be dipped as a t-shirt materials. Yeah, that's not my saying, though. That's Vice Grip Garage. That's good. I would wear that t-shirt. Let's see. Do you guys see the long sleeve t-shirts? I put up some new long sleeve t-shirts on my... It's just my regular logo on them. Just put them on the store like 2 days ago. I am having long sleeve t-shirts made for Tank Radio and for both of K8MRD's logos. So at my new printer. Joe Brett, you did get the EcoFlow. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? I like the EcoFlow. I think it works very well. I can't get the Bluetooth app to work. I can't get the Bluetooth. They call it the Internet of Things, the IoT button. There's an IoT button on the EcoFlow device, and it you're supposed to hit that, and then the app will connect. It'll like put it into pairing mode to Bluetooth or something. I can't get my app to connect. Cannot get it to connect. Don't know why. I tinkered with it for about 20 minutes when I first got the EcoFlow device, and I gave up on it. EcoFlow River 200, I think, is what that's called. If I'm not mistaken, it's called an EcoFlow River. Have you thought about getting an actual switch for all of your cameras? The ATEM Mini has 4 inputs and... Well, so what I have used is a Stream Deck, which has programmable buttons. I've used one of those before. Actually, I used the Stream Deck app on my tablet. It worked just the same way. But no, haven't really thought about that. I'll probably, it'll probably be a little bit quicker to do that. I'll probably pick up something like that soon. It's not been a priority for me. All right. I propose a race. Who will get their antenna built first? Jason, DX Commander, or me with the Hustler? Oh, you'll win. That's you. So I got a plan. I have a plan. You guys are gonna like it. So it's all being worked out. Trust me. You use RAM mounts or Lido. So I had a RAM mount in the truck for a while for a tablet, and I had one of the laptop mounts, but I used it for a tablet. And I kind of put some radios on it, and I didn't really like the way that that worked out. So I used Lido mounts to clamp to the RAM mount. Now I don't have the RAM mount anymore. I use Lido mounts for everything. So Mike, K8MRD, had that Zygu BK300, and he says that the output on it read at like 17 volts or 19 volts. Some crazy number. He's like, you got to plug a radio into this? The voltage is too high. So it was not put together very well. Hopefully if you own one of those, hopefully your experience is better. I don't recommend those because the only one I've ever seen is one that Mike has, and it's Fubard. I haven't had one in my hands, though. Radiotti wants to send me one. Be happy to review it. I haven't seen or used it a few times. Bluetooth works great for me. Must be user error. Yeah, Joe Brett, it's user error. Hey, y'all. It's user error. Hey, Joe Brett, I watched that video, the bloopers video that Hayden put together from our YouTubers Hamfest promo. I just watched it earlier today. I found it in my files at home. I was like, oh, dude, that's fun. That was funny. I see I have a DMR radio in the mail to Fort Worth that you gave away. Thank you. Hey, man, congrats on winning that. What's up, Chris? How are you? What's it about dinner time over there in the UK today? I got a Blue Eddy EB3A. So Chuck, KK6USY, he had a Blue Eddy, or maybe a couple of them, at our Grand Canyon trip, and he talked really highly of them. He said that they worked well. They didn't produce much RFI. That's another thing that you know what? I'll kind of add that in to. Let's kill that. Let's go here. I'm going to add this in. So you reminded me of something. Thank you. The main question I have about this, reviewing it on a ham radio channel, is how much RFI does it cause, if any? Maybe none. Maybe it pukes all over the place. Who knows? With a wideband receiver, a DC to daylight receiver such as an IC705, you can test that pretty easily. So guess what? I'm going to have to do that. I don't have my IC705 with me right now, so I'm going to put the camera on pause. I'm going to go get my IC705, and then we're going to test it, and we're going to plug in an AC outlet to it, and we're going to plug in a DC outlet to it like it has now, a USB. And I'm going to see what kind of RFI this thing produces with an IC705 sitting right next to it. Boom. There we go. Okay, so I'll use that, and then I'll go get my 705, and I'll probably record that part later. I'll check the voltage. Didn't notice an issue with the G90 or the X6100, even charging via solar. Yeah, I think the input worked. This is what Mike told me about the one he got. I think the solar input worked fine, but the output, he was testing voltage on the output. I want to say it was on the cigarette lighter adapter. I want to say it was on that, but he said it was way too high. So, yeah, not recommended. Of course, you know how quality control is over here. So, probably they just missed that one. I would suspect that not all of them are that way, but the one Mike had was that way. I think Gigaparts has that charger. Which charger are you talking about? Which charger are we talking about here? Also have a Blue Yeti AC200 2000. Ooh, the 2000. See, I've got two of them that are around 250 watts, and then I've got the one in my truck, the off-brand. It's not really an off-brand. It's just not a brand I'd ever heard of before. But very impressed with it so far. That one's a 500 watt. So my next one that I purchase, I want to be 1,000 watt. I'm going to get a 1,000 watt Jackery, or I really want that Gold Zero. I really want a Gold Zero because it has Anderson power poles output on the front of it. Now, I think that the Gold Zero only has the Andersons on the 1,000 watt and larger. So like the small, Gold Zero has some that are this size, like the 250 to 500, and those don't have Andersons on them. But their 1,000 watt and larger have Andersons as 12 volt output or 13.8 volt output, whatever it is. I think they call it 12.8 volt output on the front of that power station. And nobody else has that. I've not seen anybody else with a power. If you guys have seen somebody that makes a power station like this with Anderson power poles on the output, several of them have it on the input. I believe that Jackery has it on the input, so you just Anderson power pole solar panel into it. Easy. That's cool. That's cool. But I've never seen it on the output. So I wonder, who else has one besides Gold Zero? And does it cause any RFI? Because that's going to be the main question. No cigarette adapter built in. See, I don't really care about the cigarette lighter adapter. I mean, who uses that? Every time I get a device that I'm serious about using that has a cigarette lighter adapter with it, I clip it off and I put power poles on it. After I told this other guy in the chat not to put power poles on his radio. But you asked about radios. So if I get a device, say like a, I don't know, a dash cam or a dude, anything. Oh, you know what? You want to know what I bought? I bought a 12 volt electric blanket from kickassproducts.com. They have it on Black Friday. Did a Black Friday sale. I got an email from them the other day. Deer lease, Bioenno, 12 volt electric blanket. Tell me that's not a formula for magic. Kickassproducts.com right here. Look at that. Normally $69 on sale for $54, and it shipped for free. Right there. I wish I had an affiliate link to give you guys, but I don't. So check that out. I bought one of those. It shipped yesterday. It's supposed to be here on Friday, which is after I leave to go hunting this weekend. I'm going to leave Thursday night, but I'm sure. Yeah, see, right there. That thing has a freaking cigarette lighter adapter on it. Hey, that's great if you want to drive down the road with a blanket on, if you don't have a heater in your car or something. I'm going to be sitting in a deer stand with that thing. Now, I could plug it in here, and maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do that just for showmanship, just to say I used this thing, plugged it in there, used it, good. But that thing's getting cut off, and I'm putting power poles on that, and I'm going to right into a Bioenno. I'm just going to take put a Bioenno in my backpack, put that in my backpack, walk to the deer stand, unload that everything, put it in there. I might take 2 bio windows. I'm gonna have to do a test on it and see how many amps it pulls. Because if it only pulls 1 amp an hour, 12 amp hour, I'm not sitting in the deer stand for 12 freaking hours. We barely have 12 hours of light during the summer. Or I'm sorry, during the winter, during deer season. No, I don't want to see the latest updates. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Again, if you guys go buy one of these, put a note in your order form and say, I heard about this on Ham Radio 2.0. I think they know who I am. Maybe not. But I've traded some emails with them. Whether they remember me or not, I don't know. But whatever. It's fine. There we go. That's better. So that was a cool find. I was looking at that last week, and I was like, man, $69, free shipping, okay. Yeah, I should probably pick that up. But it wasn't cold at the deer lease last week. And I'm like, well, I'll wait. And I'm glad I waited, because now it's $15 off with the Black Friday special. That camera just lose focus? That camera never loses focus. It's weird. Buy window and backpack, e-blanket connected and wrapped around you, yeah. Well, not while I'm walking to the stand, just while I'm sitting in the stand. Does it get cold enough down here to justify that blanket? Yes. Yes. Thank you for your smart-ass comment, but yes, it does. I assume you're teasing me. Yes. Yeah. So the first morning of deer season, it was 37, and that was nice. That was nice. This weekend is probably going to be 28 to 30. Below freezing. It's supposed to be 34 tonight, and my hunting lease is about an hour and a half that way, and it's good. It's 4, 5, 6 degrees, maybe 10 degrees, sometimes cooler up there than it is here. So, yeah. It'll be most mornings when you get into the deer stand. Most mornings it'll be below freezing, between 25 and 35 degrees, something like that. Under Armour 4.0. So I have my wife bought me some long underwear by a company called 32 Degree Heat a few years back, and that stuff works pretty good. 32 Degree Heat. It's like long. It's a shirt and pants both, and that it works. It's not electric, but it works good. Pretty happy with that. Boom, boom, boom. EcoFlow Delta Pro has the Anderson power... Oh, EcoFlow Delta Pro has the Anderson power cord connections on the output. Okay. I'm going to try to prove you wrong. I hope you're right. EcoFlow Delta Pro. I'm just going to look on... Do they have that on Amazon? EcoFlow Delta Pro. Okay. That big-ass one? That $3,000 job? What size EcoFlow Delta Pro are you talking about? The River Pro is the ones I was looking at. Okay, so the Delta Pro, that home backup thing, yeah, for $3,000, I certainly hope it has good connections on it. Let's see. EcoFlow Portable. So the River is their ones like this. The EcoFlow River are their handheld jobs. These Delta Pros look like they're the home backup system. So yeah, right there. I don't see Anderson's on that one. That sucker has a 220 volt plug on it. That ought to tell you something. This thing's $4,300. Is that for 2 of them? 9 kilowatt hour, 3,600 watt home backup power with 4-liter unleaded gasoline and LPG smart dual fuel. Holy crap, this is everything. This is a generator that runs on gas and propane, LPG fuel, with a 9 kilowatt hour battery in it and wheels. That's freaking cool. $4,300. It ought to be cool. Holy cow. I don't see any Andersons on this one though, man. Which one are you talking about, Rich? Which one are you, which you said EcoFlow Delta Pro. Okay, so that's the That's the big job. That's the guy that's so big it's on wheels, okay? And honestly, I haven't looked at many of those brands. I don't see it on this one. I don't see Anderson's on this one. But maybe I'm looking at the wrong model. You see how that screen looks on that thing? It looks just like the Renogy screen. Yeah, it's probably the same display in all of these. wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are made in the same factory, honestly. But yeah, these larger home backup battery systems, I would expect them to have more options for that sort of thing. But let's see, this one here, EcoFlow portable. Yeah, I bought another variation of that one. That's the River. That's the River 2. Yeah. It's on there. It's on the side door. Okay, but it's on the side door. Oh, this door out here that's not open? Okay. Wish they had a picture of it. Okay. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it and say it's there. But I was really, and I should have clarified, and that's my fault. I was really talking about the handheld units, like the 1,000 watt and smaller. This thing's 9 freaking kilowatts, 3,600. This is effectively a 3,600 watt. The Renogy 1000 and the Jackery 1000 are roughly 1,000 watt hours. This one's called a 200 because it's roughly 200. It's actually 222 watt hours. So the numbering scheme from a lot of these things is a watt hour rating. So something that's 3,600 watt hours, okay, yeah. But I was looking for something a little bit more portable, a little bit more. This thing right here, you take the, of course, I guess it's a generator, and they show it out camping and whatnot, but they call it a home backup system. So this thing is made for when your lights go out at home. And you could carry it around with you. I carry a generator around with me, a regular gas generator around with me. But okay. All right. Good to know they have that. I wish they'd show a picture of it. Good to know that. I would like to get one of those in my hands, actually. I got a plan, get a 16-point. You and me both, buddy. Delta Pro is $500 off on Black Friday. From where? From their website? Let me look up. Instead of looking on Amazon, let me EcoFlow Delta Pro. Look on their website and see. ShopSolarKits.com. That's probably not them. No, us.ecoflow.com. Okay. EcoFlow system, power station. You are correct. You are correct. That is, I mean, I assume that's a Black Friday deal. EcoFlow Delta Pro portable power station, normally $36.99, on sale right now for $31.99. And they take PayPal, so I could use my PayPal credit, my 0% PayPal credit account to get that. You guys suck. So spending my money. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get it. But that would be really freaking cool. That would be really freaking cool. It's basically a gasoline powered generator with a 3,600 watt hour battery built into it, and it's got a 220 plug on the front of it. You know what that is, right? You know what that is, right? You know what that is? That's the ultimate take your legal limit amplifier to POTA rig. You got an AL 1200? Take it with you. You got a Mercury 3? Take it to POTA. That's what that is. That's an ultimate take your legal limit amplifier to POTA. That's what that is. Showing 16.35 volt. Oh, you went and tested it, Stephen. Wow. 16.35 volt out on the... I still think that's too high. Check your radio. Check your radio rating. See what the most your radio will take. 16 volts should be like 14. 13.8 to 14.4, something like that. A little bit less is okay. At least 12.0, but no more than 14, I think. Anderson port 12.6 volt 30 amp listed on the EcoFlow site for the Delta Pro power. Anderson I believe you. I just wish they'd show a picture of it. Yeah. And that's quite a bit more expensive of a unit than what I was originally talking about. Black Friday, best choice. Learn more. Boom. Yeah, see, you can stack these things together. 25 kilowatt hours power independence. Last summer, I was looking at my my home AC bill. I was looking at the watt hours used, and in April, it's either April or May of this year, we used 19 kilowatt hours that month. Now, that was before the summer got hot, and during the winter, we use a lot less because my heater in my home is gas powered, not electric. So this 2,500 kilowatt would run my home for almost the entire year. Maybe not July and August, but yeah. Of course, how much is that sucker? How much is it? 6,500 knows, but boom, boom, boom. How much is all of that stacked together? I gotta formulate a game plan to tell my wife I want to buy a 25,000 kilowatt hour battery pack. So, I guess you'd Andersonport, right there. There you are. There you go. Solar charging input, 1,600 watt max, 11 to 150 volt, 15 amp max. Okay. Battery chemistry connection is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and wired. That's cool. 6,500 charge cycles to 50% capacity. 3,500 to 80% capacity. That's good. That's real good. So those are nice. I've looked these up before. I've not read up about a lot of them, but those are pretty darn. Those are pretty cool. How many do you need to make 2,500 kilowatts? How many does that show in that picture there? 6? One of them's what? One of them's 3,100, so 31 times 6 is 18 grand. Sure. Yeah, let me get right on that. Oh, yeah, damn right, 220 for your amp. Heck yeah. That is correct. I was thinking of pick up at Harbor. You know what? I'm curious about that Harbor Freight Jackery. If you go look at that, because somebody told me a few weeks ago that, oh yeah, Harbor Freight sells Jackery, and I'm like, no, but they are on there. But if you go look at that Jackery on the Harbor Freight website, and then go look at the Jackery 200 on the Jackery website, they don't look the same. So I'm curious. I'm really curious to see. I want to go grab one just to test it. I just want to make a couple of videos with it. I don't even want to use the darn thing. I just want to yeah. Huh. That'd be fun. I'm suspect of that Jackery at Harbor Freight. I know they sell it, but it does not look like it's the same. It doesn't look the same as the regular Jackery. So I don't know. That was me. Yeah, do that, man. Do it. Thank you, Michael. Michael said he just joined my Patreon. Plugging in the Power Mini 2, it gives me high voltage alarm. We'll be contacting Radio. Thanks for the... Hey, there you go, buddy. Yep, there you go. Rich, what are you talking about? Stream what? I said a bunch of things just now. So... there we go. Guys, it's been an hour. I appreciate y'all joining me today. I wasn't sure what to expect from this type of recording, but I will be downloading this. You can go into the back end of your own YouTube channel and download stuff. You can go. I'll be downloading this, hacking it up, and putting up a video on my channel about this. And I'm going to try to RFI test with it too. But check the links in the description for a link to this. They are affiliate links. If you guys decide that you want to purchase one of these, use my affiliate links. It does help the channel if you don't mind. I've got 6 or 8 different pieces from Renogy right now, and I've been really happy with all of them. I read a lot of good reviews about them before I made the purchase that I did last Black Friday, and everything I've used in the last year has been really solid. It's probably not. Are they better than Jackery? I don't know. Jackery's big in the power station game, but I don't know if they make smart batteries and solar. They make foldable, like what they call solar blankets and portable solar panels, sure. And a few smaller solar panels to carry around. I don't know if they make solar panels big enough to put on your house. Maybe they do. Jackery, I'm talking about. But a Jackery's a popular name. But the Renogy stuff, I've read the reviews on, and I really like what I've seen from them. So I'm trying to promote them as much as I can because I enjoy their product. I think they work really well. So, yeah, Richard, I thought that's what you meant. That's good. Can we talk about doing an actual first live stream? Yeah, email me, man, or hit me up on Discord, dude. No problem. So, thanks for being here today, guys. I appreciate everybody's time. I will have a video posting tomorrow. I have 2 videos posting tomorrow, actually. And I will be at the hunting lease this weekend, recording some more videos about some field stuff. So, 73 all. Y'all have a good one. And put a comment below if you're watching this after the fact. Let me know which, or even if you were in the live chat, put a comment below because the live chat comments are harder to find after the fact. So put a comment in the regular comment section below the video after the video ends, and let me know what you thought about this behind-the-scenes type thing. 73, guys.